And welcome. This is your daily for Wednesday, November 15th. Time is fluid, Leo. This is your channel. So any reading off of this channel can resonate to you, but just take what's yours, leave the rest behind, and do not force a reading to fit. If it's not yours, it's just not yours, and that's okay. So let's see what we got going on, and the number Spirit will be highlighting for you for the day, and your number is 8. Hello, Leos. I am successful. Your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambitions. 8 representing the ebb and flow, the infinite loop of abundance. I cannot believe y'all got the number 8 when we literally just had a whole live making an 8 border. If it was 888, that would have really freaked me out. But honestly, with the fact of you even getting 8, it is totally synchronized to exactly what's going on this channel specifically. So Spirit really wants you to sit in this energy of being self-sufficient. You're once again getting an energy that if anybody's going to do it right, it's going to be you. So sit in that energy of being successful. Know that you have that. Because I feel like for a lot of you Leos, you may get told by certain people today of how well you're doing or how great your work is or how creative you are. It looks like you're really good at something, Leo. And Spirit wants you to put that out there. You're good at it. You have the skill. You have the talent. There is a very specific talent or skill of yours that you can use to create more abundance, specifically with your success, your money. I get a well-known energy. I just see the word well-known. So I feel like for some of you, you could be very well-known. You could be like a household name. In terms of an author, an artist, I get something I just see well-known. So I'm just like giving my own interpretation to it, but I do see the word well-known. Let's see. We have honor your feelings with Archangel Haniel. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. So it looks like you are feeling called to get one of your skills and talents out there. It's not only something that you're thinking about, this is something that you're feeling. And Spirit is really guiding you to honor that feeling. Not just say, oh yeah, I know it's there, but honor it in the way where you are doing something about it. And, when we say doing things and take inspired action, it doesn't have to be a grand thing. Some of you could just be sitting down with a notebook and doodling. Sitting down with your instrument and playing some random notes. There is something that Spirit wants you to honor about what you're feeling because you are good at something. You're really, really good at something. And you could be extremely successful in this endeavor. But this is something that Spirit really wants you to follow through on. So let's see what tea leaf energy you have for the day. I really feel I'm getting a super channeled message here. Hold on, let me just get your tea leaf. For I see someone having a conversation with another person, and it's almost like in this conversation, I feel like this individual is saying, Leo, you're really good at this. You're really good at this. You're really good at this. It's like somebody is going to point out that you're good at something. But it's like you already know you're good at it. So, all right. So we have the staff here. You will be taken care of in difficult times. So the fact that you do have this staff right underneath your number 8 is showing me that some of you have been feeling like you've been lacking in the successful department, and Spirit's like, follow this path, use your talent, use your skills. We will make sure we will take care of you. And your other tea leaf is the eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. So you're getting 2 messages about being taken care of and soaring over difficulty. So you have troubles, obstacles, and difficult times here. So it's looking to me that Spirit is highlighting the fact that, Leo, we see what's going on. And we are going to bring in that sense of assistance but there's also things that you can do as well. So I feel like for a lot of you Leos, there is a really big threshold of confidence you are going to surpass over. Because a lot of the times we feel like we're good at things, or we feel like we should be doing something, but that feeling of not sure, or maybe it's a little bit of an out of the box idea, or maybe it's not in alignment with society, but it doesn't mean you can't be successful. You know, the new age is upon us. So let's see what two energies you're working with for the day. We have the light and the heart. Shine the light. Your heart feelings wants to follow this. So there is a slight possible delay in some of you following your heart and following that light that's guiding you here. But I feel like something is going to happen to you today that's going to place it to the forefront. Here, this light card says, weave your spells by light of the stars and listen to your inner voice. And then this heart card says, believe in your heart that you are meant to live a life full of passion, purpose, magic, and miracles. And this kind of gives me those messages where you know you're skilled and talented at something, but there are also people out there that are skilled and talented in the same thing. And I know a lot of you Leos know exactly what I'm about to say following this sentence, but they're not you. When I started this YouTube channel, did I let all of those thousands other channels make me feel like there's something not special or important about me? No, just like whatever. I feel this inside of me, I'm going to follow it. So I feel like this is your moment in doing so. So let's see what your tarot theme cards out. I'm going to get a whole tarot spread out and I'm going to marinate on it because I've come to the realization that a lot of the times when I do cards in sectors and clarify, it almost like clarifies what I said. So I'm kind of going to try to get it all out there at once. So first card out is rest and reconsider. So some of you do have to reconsider your path, or reconsider where you've been placing your energy in the alignment of being successful. We also have spread your wings, the Two of Wands. There's the path. There's the path where you are achieving your goals and spreading your wings. And you also have change your focus with the Five of Cups. I mean, that's basically what I was just explaining to you. So we're going to clarify, like I said. Can you please clarify this here for Leo? Clarify this energy. And also give me their challenge, advice, and outcome. Because I feel like you're surpassing a confidence hump. Clarify this for Leo. All right, we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Nine of Cups. Your challenge is the Ace of Wands. So your challenge is taking inspired action. Your challenge is taking this new path, putting yourself out there. Your advice is the Two of Swords, and your outcome is the Page of Wands. All right, well, what are you good at, Leo? You're good at something. You're good at something. Some of you, you're already good at things, but you're good at something else as well. So some of you may be feeling a call towards something, and it looks like you're putting a lot of resistance on it, but Spirit's like, it's literally gonna bring you wish fulfillment. So this is pretty interesting. It looks like you're not budging for something. You're putting a lot of resistance onto whatever this Ace of Wands is here. Interesting, Leo. And your advice is the Two of Swords. So your advice is to take off the blindfold, take the swords away from your heart, and follow it. And your outcome is the Page of Wands. A spark. Good news. Feeling seen, feeling noticed. You know, I'm feeling getting yourself out there somehow, some way. There's something that Spirit is trying to guide you to be more confident in. It has something to do with you, but the details of what it actually is could be quite different. It looks like it's a creative endeavor. It looks like it's an endeavor that requires you to be creative, use your heart. And I feel like for some of you, I'm going to give you some ideas here. I weirdly feel like this is a career reading. For some of you, you could resonate with this in terms of love, where you feel like you should be following your heart in a direction of a possible new person with an offer. So if you're positioning yourself with love, and I were to make this a full-on love reading, I would say that you have a new offer coming your way and you're a bit challenged on taking it, but it actually looks like this could be a pretty good offer that you take if it is for love. I'm not really feeling that for most of you. I feel like that could slightly resonate to some of you, or that could just be like a secondary message of this reading, but I feel like the main message is following a calling and following something inside of you. So this is where I feel an idea sense of things. So say you're an artist. I'm going to just go with my artist people out there because that's just what I'm feeling. But you could be in any sort of creative pursuit. And I'm also seeing someone's hands. Okay, well, you use your hands to draw. All right, so I feel... All right, just give me a second. I'm going to have to split this up. And this is a channeled moment, so I'll get back to pulling out cards. There's some artists on here. Y'all have a lot of drawings. Y'all have a lot of something, but they're just sitting there. I'm seeing somebody on like a printer, like one of those scanning printers where you can sell prints of your art. You don't even need to give out the original. Some of you, I have an Etsy shop. Some of you making an Etsy shop, selling your prints off there. You know what you can even do as well? This kind of gives me like fortune favors the bold type of thing, right? If there's a clothing brand that you really adore, or say you feel like your art should be on clothes, go to Teespring. Make a Teespring shop. You literally have to spend $0, I believe, or maybe like a membership fee, and they'll make your clothing for you whenever someone buys it from your shop. So you don't really have to do anything. You just have to make your art. So it looks like there's a lot of different avenues of ideas coming through for me. So that's showing me, Leo, that you have had some ideas, or you may be stagnant on having some ideas. And this is where I guess I'm coming in. Or I am reassuring you that the idea that you do have is something. So for example, say you wrote a book. Call your Barnes & Noble. Call your local Barnes & Nobles and say, hey, I wrote a book. I'd love to have a stand there. This, that, and the other. How do I go about that? It's like taking that step and saying, my work is good. What I've drawn is amazing. What I've written is great. And who's going to be your biggest supporter if not yourself, right? So I definitely feel like there's a shift in a slight pessimistic attitude, where I feel like for some of you well, if I do call my Barnes & Noble, they're just going to say no because my book hasn't gotten that much sales. Just try. You really don't know what could happen. And that's why I feel like you have changed your focus to the 5 of Cups, because some of you feel like, no, there's too many artists out there. I do see someone doing like nail art. So some of you are not just good in the way you draw or paint, but you can actually take up a secondary way of doing things and become not only an artist in the way you are, but you can also put your art on things. And that's where I'm getting like the clothing. It's like your art isn't only just a print. You can put your art onto things. And I know that sometimes that's a little bit iffy because you're like, yeah, but then if the wrong person sees it and they take my design, I'm going to be severely pissed off. I get that. Trust me. I get it. I've already done that Go on my main Miss Machiste channel. You'll see the little idea I came up with the shirts, and I've seen them everywhere. So I get it. That happens. But there's an important message here of putting yourself forward in some way, shape, or form. Getting yourself out there in some way, shape, or form. I don't care if you're on the internet and you're messaging a bunch of people that have a bunch of followers and you're sharing your book with them. Like, that's a good idea. You have a book that you've written? Send over the link to a bunch of people. You don't even have to know them. They have that little blue check mark on there, then great. Because you don't know who's going to open your message. You don't know who's going to click on what you're sending them. And I'm getting a lot of internet energy. Wands give me internet energy. Wands give me inspired action. So instead of thinking of all the ways that you might not be noticed or all the ways that it could go wrong, it's time for you to change your focus and look at all the ways that it can go right. Because I'm here to tell you, you never know. You really never know. Okay? So I'm going to clarify this row here of your possible challenge, your advice, and your outcome. Clarify this for Leo. On your advice, on your possible challenge for the day is the Ace of Wands to the Six of Pentacles. So this is it. Your possible challenge is understanding that your inspired action will somehow in the universe create a return back to you. It may not be from a specific individual. It may not be from that specific place. But you being brave and being courageous and believing in your talent, energetically, it will pile up for you to receive. Wow. On the Two of Swords as your advice, you have the Sun. There it is. Follow your heart. See things clearly. Because the Two of Swords is not only blindfolded, but they actually have two set of swords blocking their heart. So you're being called to follow something. That's specifically, you, Leo, you are the Sun being called. It looks like from your third eye. It looks like from download energy. Some of you may have had a really synchronized dream to something. And on the Page of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands. Look at all this wand energy. Yep. And what does the Queen of Wands do? She goes for what she wants. Male or female, it does not matter. There's also a really strong emphasis on sunflowers. Queen of Wands is holding one. The Sun is literally packed with sunflowers here. So now, I was just giving some sort of metaphorical examples, right? But not all of you are going to be that energy that might be an artist. That was just my storyline example that I came up with. But this is a general reading. So nonetheless, it's a creative endeavor. It's getting yourself out there. And it looks like you will be seen. You will be heard. You will be acknowledged. But it's like now is your time to do so. Now is your time to share what you have created. What your talent and your skill is. And some of you may be doing it already, but do more. Try more. Try different things, because there's possibly just one small avenue that you always think about, but you're like, no, I ain't going to go down that way. And that could be the avenue that you're actually supposed to go down. So I definitely feel like a big struggle, an obstacle is going to surpass your energy as you come into some sort of wish fulfillment and truly follow that inspired action. Because it looks like you will be reciprocated by something or someone. Because I feel like some of you are actually supposed to be well known. Like in your destiny. But it looks like there is a bit of resistance towards fully 110,000% going down that path of truly putting your foot forward. You know, some of you, maybe you want to do a podcast, but you're like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to listen to my own videos over? You don't have to. I didn't listen to my own videos for a while. I was like, I cannot listen to myself on the video. But you know, there's all little different things that could make you not do something or only do something at a certain percentage. And Spirit's like, Leo, this deserves more. And it's almost like it's a talent and a skill of yours. So there is this back and forth energy on this deserves more, but you also have to have the belief system that you deserve more and you are capable of getting it. Because sometimes we can all think, yeah, I'm abundant, I deserve this, I deserve that. But deep down inside, do you think you are truly capable of having it? And you're like, well, I want to believe I am. Then believe it. So this is what I have here for you, Leo. In terms of zodiac signs in the spread, all you have is Leo. Sun. All else, minor arcanas. So they calling out to you. And on top of that, you have so many wands in this reading. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's also symbolism for a staff and an eagle. And if you haven't been seeing the eights, you will definitely start seeing the eights. So let's see what we got going on here in your ending oracle from the Star Codes Astro. And you have third house, communication, card 41. Yes, I love that. And I love that they gave you that because that Ace of Wands for me is like a phone call energy. I was like, oh, there you go. Okay, 41. In this case, in the position that it has a slightly different meaning because of the way the spread is out. But I did give you that minor love message here. Here we go. If your chart were a village map, the third house would represent your local neighborhood, primary school, and corner hub. It symbolizes how you learn, communicate, and move around your familiar world based on your sibling-like relationships and the other people in your local environment. Didn't I just tell y'all call up the local Barnes and Nobles? Oh my gosh. Check the lines of communication and your thinking process. First, repair any technical glitches, loose wires, computer, phone problems. Then take this metaphor a step further and look at how your messages are being sent and received. Make sure you understand what was intended in a letter or email you received. Ask other people what they heard you say in an exchange. When in doubt, ask for more information and repair any miscommunication. Then take this metaphor in-house and look within. Notice the quality of your thinking. Repair glitches, stretch your mental muscles, and improve the quality of your communications. You may need to learn new ways to express yourself so others hear your true intentions. Think about how you learned to communicate growing up through your relationships, your early school experiences. Investigate how those early relationships formed mental habits that affect the present moment. Because I kind of feel like for some of you, now that they're saying that, you may have had certain people in your life or certain, like maybe like your 5th grade art teacher was like, Leo, you think you're good at drawing, but you're really not. And to this day, you're like maybe 40 years old and you still let what your 5th grade art teacher said to you make you never get your art out. So I love that they gave this metaphor of in-house, noticing your quality of thinking, since you do have change your focus here. You may need to get out of your head and get a fresh perspective. Observe and test your assumptions. Read a spiritual text and ponder a metaphysical concept and let it stretch your mind. Your gift with this card is we are all connected in the eye of spirit. Let that sink in. So your connections are out there. But will you take that step is the question. So this is what I have here for you, Leo, for the day. Thank you for being here and for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you out there. And I also do feel like for some of you as well, with the 8s and the connections that we just had that live with the 888 border, some of you may have decided to do that, and you may have actually gotten a download. You may have actually gotten an inspired action from some activity we do from this channel to manifest. And some of you, that could be them reading your mind and giving it to me to say. And I also just realized you have the 4 of Pentacles here, Pentacle on the block of the heart, 2 of Swords, Pentacle on the block of the heart, 7 of Wands, that wand surpassing the heart chakra, with the 9 of Cups, open heart. So I like this. Follow your heart, Leo, and know that if you don't think anybody likes anything or your skills or your talents, know that I do. Know that I do. So this is what I have here for you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Leo Plus is continuously going out for the month of November. It is almost done with its release. So if you're interested in Leo Plus individualized love readings for each zodiac sign, you can find that on the channel for November. And Leo, I'll see and talk to all of y'all very, very soon. Have a good one. Bye now.